Limited, part of the Bott Group, is a UK manufacturing success story. The company enables efficient working with two main offerings: high quality workshop storage equipment and in-vehicle storage solutions. Bott worked with Ben to develop the Bott Smart Van online sales business.
So Bott has been heavily involved in organising workspace for the last 90 years and has worked heavily in two segments. One is in fixed workplaces, the other was in mobile workplaces, and that was the newer business area that developed from the late 70s. In the UK, we've worked in that area for 30 years and have developed a strong name, a strong brand in that marketplace, in a marketplace where around 300,000 vehicles are registered every year, and we've got a great footprint in the fleet industry. But there's actually two parts to that industry, to vehicle users. So there's fleet and there's also trade. And trade has been a struggle for us with our business models right from the start. So one of the challenges we had was how to address a market segment that was probably worth as much to us again as the fleet segment already was. And it was our greatest opportunity to grow the business. So our typical fleet model, sales model, struggled to sell into the tradesman's world, and that was pretty easy to understand why. Fleet had chance to plan for vehicle changeover, tradesmen were much more reactive. Therefore, what we had and what worked well in the fleet segment felt very clunky in the tradesman segment, and it led to really not a good customer experience. So what we did was we chose to engage Ben to look closely at how we could operate in that marketplace, to look clearly at what customer requirements were and how we might need to act differently to address their needs.
So right from the start, we focused on the foundations, a clear understanding of customer needs, and we needed to know what the customers needed and why they were not choosing Bott. So we carried out market research to see the world through their eyes, and this led to several key insights. The first of those was customers really liked the Bott product and they recognised it as a high quality solution. But they found the current sales process long-winded. What was great for the professional buyer was not right for the plumber who was on site all day. And customers found the Bott product too expensive. They really liked it, but it just cost too much. But one interesting insight we did find was they were very happy to fit the equipment themselves in their own time if this was straightforward and simple to do so.
So when Ben had concluded his work on looking for customer insights, he presented to us concepts on how we could approach this market segment. The key foundation stones for the new way of looking at the tradesman's business was based on two things which were quite alien to us to start with, but actually made a lot of sense. That was that tradesmen were prepared to install the equipment themselves and therefore didn't need the expensive service aspect of what we needed to do for fleet. At the same time, they were also happy to configure and develop the product themselves, which again took away a lot of the need for customer interaction on a face-to-face basis and gave us an opportunity to look at online models. Both of those aspects delivered a real opportunity to reduce the price of the final solution for the customer, and definitely addressed one of the points which we'd noted in our earlier failings.
Once we had a concept, we then needed to bring it to life, and to do this, we took the following approach. First, we created a new brand. To connect with these customers, we needed to talk their language and become part of their world. So to do this, we created the Bott Smart Van brand. We then needed to build the tools. The concept was all about designing and building your system online, so we needed to build that platform. And partnering with a local web development business, we quickly built a cost-effective solution. And then, of course, we needed to deliver the equipment. And the job, of course, is not done until the customer is happy. So we worked closely with our fulfillment teams to ensure customers got their equipment on time and arrived in great shape. And that's not always easy with a big package. We then launched the product, and it's fair to say that we had a period of tweaking and adjustment until we got the model right. But once we got it right, things really took off. I then worked closely with the Bott team to drive this model to a mature stage, and it's now very much part of the Bott business.
So in a short 4 years, this business stream has developed exponentially and now represents a 7-figure revenue for the business. The profitability has increased because the costs have been reduced. The customers are benefiting, we're benefiting. We've managed to reach a whole new group of customers, tradesmen ranging from plumbers and electricians to heating and ventilating engineers to locksmiths. A group that we could never really talk to sensibly before, but now have access to Bott products and a good proposition. We've been mailed out with 5-star reviews through our FIFO independent review service, and that gives us confidence that we made the right call in developing this digital model. So the most important gain from this is it's moved us into a digital process sphere, one which was alien to us before. Our business methods in the past have been based around traditional distribution models, and now we can honestly say we've broken through into online. You know, the interesting thing is that the baby boomer generation had 2 arms, 2 legs. Now we're in the millennial generation where everybody's grown this extra limb of a smartphone, and if you don't have a model that fits to that, then you're not going to be in the business for long. So it's given us as a business the confidence to proceed and actually grow the depth of our digital competence. So we now have a team of engineers on site, technicians developing digital products, developing digital assets, and moving us into the next phase of what's already become a successful business model. And we need to do that because this world is evolving continuously, and you need the input of people like Ben who keep abreast of changes within the marketplace. Really interesting in this whole process has been how this digital stream has carried us through the COVID period. In the 5 months from March, when really lockdown happened, through to August, our revenues in this area were 30% up against last year as a reference year. So even in this really difficult economic environment, it shows the power of digital and why you have to be there.